Hello, my name is Fred Robinson and I'm here at UniSA with Dr Valerie Bellan and Felicity Braithwaite. They are from the Body and Mind Research Group here in South Australia. Dr Valerie and Felicity are both performing a CRPS experiment called Effect of Visual Illusions on Pain and Self-localisation. I myself just took part in this experiment. But first up, we'll get to know about Dr Valerie and Felicity. How have you guys been? Thanks for joining us.
Good, thank you.
So what brought you to, well, you want to tell us a little bit about your past?
Yeah. So I have a background in psychology, so I'm a registered psychologist back in Italy, and I decided to do my PhD, and I started my PhD in Milan. And after 2 years, basically I was offered to spend some time in this lab with Professor Lorimer Mosley. And I came here. I was supposed to stay here just 12 months, and then I ended up staying here like 5 years.
Oh wow!
So I finished my PhD here, and then I started my postdoc. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you're a student here?
Yeah. So my background is actually in physiotherapy, and I finished that in 2014, and then went straight into a PhD after that, which is about placebos and making better placebos for physio treatments.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm helping Valeria with her CRPS experiments while I do my PhD as well.
Okay, very good. Mm-hmm. So what is the CRPS awareness like in Italy compared to here?
Yeah, no, in Italy it's so bad, so incredibly bad, that I had to update the Wikipedia page by myself.
Okay.
So the Wikipedia page about CRPS in Italian was really, really bad, full of old, not up-to-date information.
Yeah.
So I felt I had to take care of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk with physiotherapists, they still use their old name for CRPS, so they are not even up to date with they're not even up to date with the name of CRPS.
Yeah.
So I think that it's not.
And that came with a reclassification of CRPS as well. It's not just a name change.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's more of an explanation to what's happening.
It's really connected with the reasons why. With the underlying mechanism of CRPS as well. Yeah. So I think they are even less aware than here. And if the problem of underdiagnosis is huge in Australia, it might be even worse in Italy, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working with CRPS then? Since you came to Australia?
No, so at the beginning, I started working with Mirage, and I was very interested in CRPS because basically my PhD thesis was about basically body representation, the way we represent our body. And the interesting thing is that when you suffer from chronic pain, your brain actually has a blurred representation of your affected body part. So it really changed the way that that body part is represented in your brain. I said that was the link with chronic pain patients. And when I started working with Mirage, the main thing we were working with hands. And I've been always fascinated by all the symptoms of CRPS patients. And especially I started looking at a little bit about self-localization, which is one of the main. So basically when we in the way we perceive our body to be our body, we base our representation on two main things. One is sense of ownership, so this is my body because I feel that this is my body, and the other one is self-localization. So this is my body because I know where my body is. So if you close your eyes, you know where your legs are pretty much, and this is how we can move in space. So when we started working with Mirage, messing around with the place, with self-localization, the things that really intrigued me was like, let's try and do this with people with CRPS and see what happens. So it's been like probably since I started thinking about the experiment, it's been maybe 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long has this experiment particularly been going? How long have you been doing this particular effect of visual illusions on pain and self-localisation?
So I think it's just maybe maybe 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with this idea then? Just sort of explain that.
Yeah. So as I said, there are it's not clear. So some people, as you mentioned before, while we were testing you, some people that have CRPS, they describe like they're not sure about the position of their affected limb if they don't look at it.
Yeah.
And I've heard it many times. So this is why I thought, well, what happens if we mess with their self-localization?
Yeah.
Are they maybe better in finding their limb or worse than like people that don't have CRPS? Yeah. So basically I thought, okay, and if they have something, if they are different from, pain-free people, is this about the pain itself or is this about something else?
Yeah.
So with this experiment, we are actually testing people that are pain-free, people that have chronic hand pain or arm pain but not CRPS type, for example, osteoarthritis, and people with CRPS.
Okay. Do you have enough participants to get some proper results? How much longer do you plan on continuing to run this?
Look, it's like until I have enough participants.
Okay.
We've been really looking at the results, like monitoring the results, and actually every participant is actually different. So it's very difficult to have a precise outcome. If we have, let's say we have half participant, they were better with their affected hand than their non-affected hand, and the other half the other way around. When you calculate the average, it just...
It's like tossing a coin.
Exactly, it's just 50-50, so we cannot see anything. So it's really, really tough getting participants with CRPS.
Yeah, and we're in Adelaide, South Australia, and you're only looking for participants with upper limb CRPS and the one limb affected only.
Well, it's fine if it's both,
right?
But it's
preferred.
It's more interesting if it's just one because we have a good comparison with the other limb.
Yeah.
But at this stage, since big lack of participants, actually, it's.
Well, hopefully this will get the word out there. Hopefully some people will see this and learn that we need more experiments and information about CRPS before anybody can move forward. There needs to be a lot of work done, throughout the industry. And you're even offering to pay people to come here as well? Yeah,
so we offer reimbursement. It's not a lot of money, but it's something. So
yeah, cool. So if you are in South Australia, get down here and contact Valerie and
It was not too bad, was it?
No, it wasn't too bad. A lot of questions, which was fine. And other than that, we've got the mirror imaging box here, and you sort of stick your arms in, and you're looking down upon a screen rather than through the screen at your arms, so that the screen can then be manipulated.
Yeah, don't tell too much.
And and remove an arm and stuff. So it was a very interesting, experiment for sure. It does play with the mind a bit.
It does.
It does. So what is it you expect to get out of this experiment then? What kind of results and information?
So the thing is, some participants try to use, some subjects, some people with CRPS try to use the mirror box.
Yes.
For example, the mirror box works really well with people that have phantom limbs, so had an amputation, so they don't have one limb anymore. But with CRPS, this was not always working. Most of the time it's not working at all. And my idea was, maybe it's not working because we are giving them an arm, but they already have an arm, actually. You're not replacing something that is not there. You feel it, but it's not there. You actually have a hand. It's just weird in whatever way we can explain it. It's just weird. It's painful, it feels weird, but you do have it. So some studies actually found that people with CRPS have difficulties in knowing where the hand is. So with the mirror, if you look So you have your unaffected hand reflected, that is supposedly to recreate an image of your affected hand. But what if the position of the hand, so the image of the hand, does not coincide with the position of your real hand? You're creating a new mismatch.
Yep.
Therefore,
it's like a third arm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What if that's the problem there?
Yeah.
So what's
causing more complications?
Exactly.
Really. They told me that to do mirror therapy, they'd have to put me immediately on morphine and have me injecting morphine, and so they can give me as much pain relief as possible, and then we'd start the mirror therapy. But that didn't work out for me.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
What will you be doing with the results and information, and you've finished your experiment?
Well, the idea when we do an experiment, we publish the results as soon as possible. So write up papers, we send it to the main scientific journals in the world. We present it to conferences. So we have a conference coming up next year, which is a very important conference. It comes every 2 years. So it's the
public conference?
No, it's I guess everybody can attend if they want to. It's quite expensive. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a world conference in pain, like organized by the International Association for Study of Pain, and it's going to be in Boston next year.
Yeah.
So I presented other studies, studies that I did before with Mirage and with the possible implication for CRPS 2 years ago, last year in Japan. Hopefully we're going to have enough data by next year, this time next year, to present the data in Boston. Yeah.
Cool.
So then of course
you only get that if you guys come in and be a participant in this. I know it's hard, but it's worth it in the long run. Even if it's not for yourself right now, it's not necessarily going to benefit me today or me tomorrow, but if my children never get CRPS, I'll be more than grateful that I've done my part. You know?
Thank you so much.
So we've gone through how the experiment works, I guess. Do you plan on doing more CRPS research in the future?
Yes, definitely. I find it, as you said, that there's not much awareness about CRPS, and a lot of people they go undiagnosed. And it's quite horrible situation to find themselves.
Yeah.
So it's just
being accused of being a faker by the doctors is one of the worst things I've watched people go through. Being told that they're for drugs or that their pain is just fake. I've watched them. I've heard and listened to many people break down severely because of this way they're treated by doctors, you know, and it's mainly because the doctors don't know about it, don't understand it, so they're there as a patient trying to explain this extremely painful disorder the doctor doesn't even know about, and most doctors are like, well, I'm a doctor, you're not. So...
But even the public, so, you know...
public awareness as well.
People don't know about it, and if we decide to do, you know, to even raise money for CRPS, a person, if you tell a person, oh look, we are raising money for diabetes, or we are raising money for AIDS, they would immediately know about it.
You don't have to explain what it is.
Exactly. Well, if I explain
how bad it is.
Exactly. And even if I explain and say, look, CRPS is a nasty condition, you have a lot of pain, but people wouldn't, it's like, it's just hand pain or feet pain, whatever. So it's really
beyond childbirth, beyond amputation of digits and stuff.
It's really difficult to explain.
Very high pain rating. But people don't comprehend that, you know, and they're constant.
But because they don't know.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So is there any information or comments you'd like to share with the listeners out there?
Well, if you are in Adelaide on the first Monday of November and you want to come and listen a little bit about CRPS and studies about CRPS and from patients as well, just come. We are organising a wonderful event, hopefully it's going to be wonderful, at Sunbury here in Adelaide. So just
Orange Day?
Come. Yes,
Colour
it's
the
going to be
orange?
Orange Day, yes. Yes, so come with something orange.
It's one of the biggest world wide awareness events that are going on with complex regional pain syndrome. Problem is people probably wouldn't even click that the buildings, the monuments have turned orange or why. They still need to be told when they're driving past it what's going on,
sure.
you know.
But it's a little bit
It is. When people start asking why or what's going on and see some signs, it all makes a difference because even though I think it's about 1,800 people a year or something here in Australia are diagnosed each year, maybe about 3,000 or something. It's a low number, but you don't want it. You know what I mean? You don't want it. If you think you got it, you got to get in there and get treated ASAP.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
get the best,
Exactly.
best opportunity, best results.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you very much for chatting with us, guys.
My pleasure.
All right, we'll see you all later.